What it do? It's your boy Illuminated D, and we're back with another one. The first thing that I want to do is thank you to everybody who's liked and commented, and to all the subscribers. Pops and I want to let you know that we really appreciate you. For you to come and consume the content and spend your time with us, and we understand that you have busy lives. Bless. We appreciate you. So the first thing that I want to talk to you all about today, and excuse me, it is a Sunday. It's a blessed Sunday. It's a great day. It's a great day and another opportunity for a win. For a win. And the crazy part is there's so many different dynamics to that. So different people who would hear me say that would hear it in a different way. And it's so wild. And looking at that aspect, I just want to say, I think the only answer right now of how to survive 2024 is to come together. That's the only way that we survive 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027. We have so many different engineers, creators, visionaries, teachers, families, friends, business partners, opportunity. And we have so many different trials and tribulations in the front of us and in the midst of it all. And the conclusion that it all comes down to is so many things that I just can't talk about. But the conclusion that it really comes down to is resolve and moving forward to be better in the future. Because, somebody once told me, it was a trillionaire, and he said, there's so much money to go around. And the crazy part is that money is a transactional source of energy. It's a energy transaction, because what did you do to go get the money that you have? You have to ask your questions. So what energy had to be taken? What energy had to be distributed? What energy had to be sold? What energy had to be worked for? It's so many different things, but it's a transactional source of energy. It's you trading your time to provide a resource to fill a demand. Or you can set in place a system and have others provide their time to fulfill a demand that is needed. And the fact that so many people don't understand this one simple concept of the transactional source, because even when you're using credit, you're using other people's energy and time so that they can receive interest off of you borrowing their time or their money. Because remember, time is money, but this is the reason why they say that time is money, because you're borrowing energy, but time is money. So their time that they spent, they put inside of the system, you borrowed their time, which means you're borrowing their money, and then you're front running before you actually have the source. But when in fact it being able to be replenished or restored to new, they get their fulfillment back plus interest, while you're building credit and receiving an asset, a sought after asset. Now, if you don't buy an asset, that's like borrowing money, buying a pair of shoes that you can't sell in the future, or buying a hat that you can't sell in the future. If you can sell the shoes and then you make profit, then you've taken their time, taken in front run, bought, resold at a higher price, taking 20% or $20, whatever, how much, $50, $40, and then resupplying the market. And if it is not, in fact, in this way, then it's not being tracked and it can't properly be allocated, which means that you can't actually go to the next level, which is a hard reality. It's a hard reality. And everybody's in this seemingly battle because everybody's in this transactional game. But just looking at it through the numbers, it's like, man, how do we survive 2024, 2025, 2026? I think there's only really one answer to this key question. And I'm going to tell you what the answer is right now. It's time dividend. Time dividend is the answer. Time dividend is the answer. For my community, at least. Because we're so early. There's a difference. It's just because we're early. I wouldn't tell you this if you were already late. Like, if you were late, then I wouldn't tell you this only because, like, it doesn't make sense. But if I'm winning already, if I'm already making a bag, I want my community to make a bag so that we can all go to the beaches of Monaco together. Because when I go by an island and then it doesn't look real and you like, what? How did he? And he didn't even tell us. But I'm like, I told y'all. It's just nobody was listening. Pulse chain is the answer. Bitcoin, Ethereum, leading into Pulse chain. You have all these different communities. I'm just trying to tell you the answer. Financially wise, I mean, there's a lot of answers. You can go buy NVIDIA. You can go buy a lot of different things. I'm watching every single market. Sui's doing great. Titan X, wow. Icosa, Hudron, beautiful, beautiful. You got Pulse Bitcoin. You got ASIC token. You know what I'm saying? You got Hex, Pulse Chain. You got all these different things. You know, Pulse Bitcoin is going to be one of the next Bitcoin. Huge at that. Because they're all leverage off each other. And I see something very special with Pulse Chain that I've been noticing that I'm not going to say out loud. Very crazy. But I just want to say that these liquidity bonds are just really interesting on how they move. But I would say that's so cool. I don't even, if I had like, ooh, I would want to ask that question in person because I noticed something through like just the fluctuation of all the markets and how they fluctuate with each other. I'm pretty sure other people pick this up, but it's all speculation. But what I do want to say is time dividend is going to be a key vital answer to passive income in order to eat forever. If you already have a bag of your Pulse chain, if you already have a bag. So I look at it like if you just go and front run the market and buy yourself some Pulse chain. And I know I'm going into like a tangent because people would be like, well, how does this solve the problem? It's just a coin. It's not just a coin. It's not just a coin. And because you don't understand, the ignorance will speak. The ignorance will speak. But I'm already seeing it. How do you think I'm here? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Stop. I'm not even gonna show. No. Stop it. Stop. And I just want to tell y'all that in order to really tap into it, because everybody's like, I always missed it. I missed it every time. But the truth is like, you don't have to miss it. If you don't want to miss it, you don't have to miss it. Okay? Because I'm telling you now. And I just want to let you know that if you just tap in with me, check me out, understand what I'm saying, you'll understand. Time dividend is going to be huge. Pulse chain is going to be huge. PulseX. Time dividend is going to be so big. It's going to be so big next to Pulse chain and PulseX. Hex is too. Hex is inflationary, but I get why they say that, because if more people get into it, then it means the demand won't be able to be met, which means the coin plumps. I get it. Certificate of deposit, it's the same thing as a bank. Same thing. They're still getting, I get it. I understand it, but what I do see is that Pulse chain, PulseX, and time dividend, Hex, Pulse Bitcoin, Hudron, Icosa, INC token, But above all those is going to be time dividend. Because if you can just get into the validator and get yourself a little bit before it gets too expensive, you'll get paid passive residual pulse chain forever. And as pulse chain goes up, the amount that your time dividend, it just, because all the transaction fees. And people are going to have to spend their money somewhere. They can't, there's not too many places to spend it. There's only a few places. So, just letting you know. Just letting you know. Man, it's going to be nasty. It's gonna be nasty. When I buy a beach, when I buy the beach, when I come and buy the block, when I buy the block, you know they talking about I'm gonna go buy the block, and I start talking crazy. I'm trying to keep it demure, very. When we go buy the beach, or when we buy the block, you know how they say it? When we buy the block. Go buy some schools. Go buy some skyscrapers. Put some people in there. Buy apartment buildings. When we get in there, they're going to be like, how? And I'm going to be like, I told you. And I just hope that you're there to join me in Monaco. Because we're going to be there. And it's going to be nasty, all right? It's gonna be nasty. Because we all want to be successful, we all want to be somewhere in life. But in order to do that, you got to do something that you ain't never done before. And that's the reason that we doing this right here, right now. Everybody be blessed, be safe, we out.